Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about AITX 0048. I have not bought in yet. Like I said, I can wait. I'll be patient. I'll let it come down to 003 so I can load my biggest position. One thing I do want to talk about, and I just mentioned this in another one of my penny stock videos, is I think a lot of people they're still living in La La Land. What do I mean by that? And I was having a conversation with Warrior 05 not too long ago. We got in a call and we talked. And you know what? I think a lot of people are still living in 2020, 2021. That OTC market back then, that was a different market compared to now. The OTC of 2020, 2021, you could just throw money at a penny stock and it would just go 25x, 50x, 1000x. That was then though. Hopefully you're not still living there because it's 2024 and since since AITX peaked here at in February 2021, guess what happened? It's been trending to this downside ever since. And like I was saying in another video that I made today, who has been benefiting from the stock price movement over the course of these past what almost 3 years? No, over 3 years now because it peaked in February. So for over 3 years, who has benefited from this downtrend? Not longs, because longs they're not benefiting. They just keep averaging down as it goes lower and lower, right? And they try to bring down their average by adding bigger positions down here, nice and cheap. But ultimately, they have not seen a net positive return on their full investment, meaning all of your shares are green. So with that said, who has actually benefited from this new OTC? Because this is the new OTC, and the new OTC it has benefited and will continue to benefit until there's a change. Then this new OTC it's gonna benefit swing traders and day traders because there's always going to be a catalyst that sends it 100%, 300%, 500%. You take your profits, and then it comes back down, and then it's rinse and repeat after that. Longs, on the other hand, they see the stock price go 500%, and they think it's going to be like the OTC of back then, and it's going to go to 10,000%. It's going to go to 25 cents, a dollar. This is it. This is it. This is the new OTC. It's starting right now. I'm in it already. Like, but no, this was a one-time thing back then. I've been asking around. Has this ever happened before? Where you could just throw money at a penny stock and it skyrockets 1,000%, 10,000%? You could do that back then, back in 2020, late 2020, 2021. But look, you can even see the volume here. Insane volume compared to now and compared for the past uh, forever, for the past couple of years. The volume was never the same, clearly. So, what I'm trying to say is this OTC market, at least, as long as AITX is on the OTC, I believe it's only going to benefit the swing traders and the day traders who position themselves at the bottom. They accumulate it. It has another pop. They take profits. It comes back down, rinse and repeat. The longs they continue to hold the bag as it comes down lower. AITX is different in the sense that it is an AI stock, and also it has the benefit of bottoming out already, unlike ILUS, which still hasn't bottomed out, and it might actually come down under 005s and be at a lower share price than AITX, which is my prediction, by the way. I believe AITX will eventually just, they communicate, and that is the biggest difference. And it is an AI stock, so it has way more potential than ILUS when this thing uplists. But as long as these penny stocks, both AITX and ILIS, as long as they're on the OTC, we're gonna get our run ups, and then we're gonna get our downtrend, and the cycle repeats. I think until we get to the higher exchange, I think that's how it's going to be because that's been that this is the OTC market now. That's just how it is. Uh, Markets change in 2020, 2021. The market changed, and you could literally just throw $100 in a penny stock. Wake up the next day, you have $5,500 in your bank account now. So, but that's we're not living in those times, unfortunately. And I hope many of you know that because I know some of you have told me like, man, if this thing's not running 10,000%, is it really a run? Because they're still stuck in the past. They still think that if a stock isn't running 10,000%, it's not a winner. They're not even satisfied with 500%. They want 10,000% like back then. That's a run. 500% is not a run. So that's just something I've noticed. A lot of people still living in the past, and we adapted to the new market that is the OTC, and we just continue to take advantage of the catalyst. We buy nice and cheap. We rinse and repeat. I'm no genius. I'm not. I'm just some guy in my room with a cat. I'm moving a wand around with my hand as I'm talking because I'm playing with the cat, and I'm just telling you. I'm just like using common sense here. I like buying cheap. I hope you do too. That is it for the video. I hope hopefully I didn't make too many people angry because I know some people are going to be upset and like no shades. I want 10,000%. I want this to keep going higher. I want another OTC bull run like back in 2020, 2021, and I would not mind it either. But let's get real. For the past 3 years, a lot of shareholders have been getting destroyed. Swing traders have been making their money by adapting. Um, but I think once again, I know this sounds kind of bearish, but again, the stock has bottomed out. It's an AI stock with a lot of potential. I think once it gets to that higher exchange, we'll see what happens then. Then we will see if this thing is going to start trending to the upside. Other than that, continue to load up and accumulate. I am bullish on it. I know this one video is coming off a little more bearish, but it's a new OTC, and just making you aware of that because I know some of you have not noticed. Some of you are still living like 2021. So welcome to 2024, by the way, and I'll see you guys in the next one.